Boy, Young Jizzle, nigga, y'all know what it is, man. DJ Delz.
Peace, man. What's up, y'all? This is Common, and right now you checking out DJ Delz. Stay in tune with him, alright?
DJ Delz, absolutely wonderful.
What it do, what it does, the kid, Mr. R.I.P. himself, low socation, ain't no so rocking with DJ Delz.
And with it, y'all, it's your boy, Neighborhood Nip. Big shout out to my homeboy, DJ Delz. No question, Neighborhood Nip.
Delz, Red, man, I'm in the building. Let's get it.
You got Bob Digi right here in the city, my boy DJ Delz, strictly for the streets, you stupid motherfuckers. Bomb.
And Chef, man, word up. Yo, shout out my nigga DJ Delz. It's all good, we in here together, we getting it in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so let's talk about this right here, man. I really want to talk about this because I did a reaction video to Homeboy's Red October's Falling Apart. And he got a big response. Like there's like hundreds and hundreds of comments, and a lot of people. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but a pretty decent amount of people were kind of blaming it on Coolkicks for selling him the shoes. And I just figured, why not go live and just have a discussion with people? You know, I didn't promote this live, so please do that. And interact. And let me know your thoughts on it. Now, you got to keep in mind, this is a very old shoe. Off rip, I don't remember the exact date that it came out, but it's been over 10 years. I've had the shoe. I've had all the Yeezys. Let's just put that out there. I've owned every single Nike Yeezy, like them all, And in my opinion, which I will give you in just a second, I don't think it's Coolkicks' fault. For the sneaker falling apart. They didn't make the mother effing sneaker. That's just my personal opinion, and I'm hoping that the chat actually really speaks their thoughts on it all. And you don't have to agree with me, please. If you're watching on the playback, don't feel like you gotta tickle my sack, pause, and agree with what I'm saying. You know what I mean? What's up, Terp? What's popping, man? Big Frano up in here. He says. Risks of buying an old shoe. Yes. So, when it comes down to buying a sneaker that's over a decade old and it's got a midsole that's foam, you're rolling the dice all the time, And the shoe didn't fall apart by the midsole also. It fell off on the strap. And we have a link in the description. If you haven't seen that yet, you could go in the description. It should be the first effing video in the description. That'll take you right to it so you can get a crash course of what happened real quickly. But basically, the strap snapped off on the shoe. Donald Hodge, man, I have not seen you in a minute, and thank you for still being a member. Nope, that happens when you buy an old shoe. Yeah, so that's how I feel. I've seen a good portion of people kind of being like, oh, he going to sue Coolkicks, or he ain't going to sue no Coolkicks. First of all, that man is making so much money. He's one of the top streamers, if not the top streamer, right? He damn well has Kevin Hart on his streams, you know what I mean? That's easy money. I don't think he spent more than 15 grand on that shoe. So he's good money, But in that video, Shay Shay was busting his chops a little bit, and he was like, Coolkicks, And he wasn't going at Coolkicks. I'm running off of what the chat was saying and the comments were saying on that video. And once again, that video is linked in the description if you need like a quick crash course of what happened. Just watch the first 2 minutes. Nope. That happens when you buy an old shoe. Shout out to Donald Hodge once again for being a member. John Boy says, I honestly can't say yes or no. I F with Coolkicks, and I have never heard of them. Them getting anyone. Seen an interview where it fell off. You know for sure they came from Cool. Yeah, because he says Coolkicks, and there's an actual vlog where he is getting the shoes over at Coolkicks. Because I wanted to do a little research before that. I ended up having time today to stream. I did not stream yesterday. I always stream on Fridays. I did not yesterday because I had a family situation I had to take care of. So I was not able to. So my apologies for the members. And this is my Friday night show right now. And run them up. You know what I mean? You got it. All right. That's what keeps me motivated. And interaction is the key. Coolkicks ain't responsible for nothing. Yes, I think so too, bro. I mean, look, they didn't make the sneaker, right? And not every my guy, I'm on the button. Okay, no doubt, brother. You good. Shout out to Season here. You know, when you buy an old shoe, you always gotta be careful, right? You should never buy an old shoe if you cannot handle the shoe falling apart, first of all. Okay. Like, if you can't handle it being destroyed, don't wear it. Matter of fact, let me adjust what I was saying. Do not wear it. If you're buying it as an investment, then don't wear the shoe. If you're buying it because you love the Red October, you finally have made it. This guy's very successful. Like, he is doing his thing, man. Salute to that, to him, you know, salute to him. I don't think that 15K is really going to be hurting his pockets much, to be honest with you. And he was wearing the shoe, and I salute him for that in general. But if you're buying something that's 10 plus years old and you're concerned about it falling apart, you probably shouldn't be buying it in the first place. It's a major stunt just to wear it. And honestly, it's even a bigger stunt that it fell apart while he was being interviewed. To be honest with you, that it's kind of like wild. Like, it shows like, yo, mother effer's spending like 15 racks, give or take, on a shoe. It falls apart. He's still rocking, doing the interview. Whip the F and do. You know, they had their laughs and whatnot. But yeah, if you are someone that's buying a shoe that's 10 plus years old and you're concerned about a strap breaking off or a midsole crumbling, you have no business buying that sneaker at all. You have no business buying that shoe, because that means that, or you know, don't wear it. If you're buying it as an investment, you should never be putting them on your feet at this point. It's been way too long, in my personal opinion. And this is someone who owns these shoes. This is not someone that doesn't own these shoes, right? I mean, I could show you Red October. I could show you, like, I have the Solar Reds here, and I think I have the Pure Platinums here too. Like, you know, I have these mother effers. You know, he said send him to the surgeon. But the problem is that it's snapped. I'm sure it's like someone like him, he could, you know, it's rubber. The strap is made out of rubber. So it can't be hard to maneuver and attach it back. Cold Mist is not a fan of him. He says he's whack, his fault. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, bro, anything that's 10 plus years old is just not gonna, it's not gonna hold up, man. It's not. Like, for long. You could buy it and wear it, and I suggest that anyone that owns special shoes like that, you gotta wear them. You know, you have to. And you know, a sneaker like that, all you got to do is do this. You know, and Coolkicks, I'm sure when they bought the shoe, they were smart enough to make sure the midsole wasn't soft. The midsole didn't crumble on him. He's been wearing these shoes, so you know, like there's a lot of great resell shops out there that. They don't just, you don't just bring a pair of Red Octobers and they just take them. They are investigating it. They're making sure they're legit. Plus, they're also making sure the construction's good, where it's gonna last. You know, there's a lot of things to it. And I have no relationship with Coolkicks, just so you know. Like, I've never even met the mother effers. Like, I'm not trying to like endorse them by any means necessary, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure that they didn't just buy a pair that like they knew was going to fall apart. Also, that would be crazy. And I've literally, you know, I've seen with my own eyes, like, people cashing in like major pieces, and not necessarily at that shop, but other well-known shops. And they are really inspecting this. They're inspecting it for hours because they're not stupid people. You know what I mean? But you always got to have that risk. We got Ref walking in here. How do you feel about do you know about this story?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So how do you feel about, like, there's people in that video, and once again, that video is linked in the description. I do recommend you watching that video. If you want a little crash course, just watch the first 2 minutes and then come right back here. But how do you feel about the people in the comment sections that are basically kind of going at it like Coolkicks, like saying Oh man, looks like Coolkicks owe him money, and I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going word for word, or how do you feel about all that?
No, I mean, you when you buy, it's final sales. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Shoes get old, man. Shoes mess up. Now, if they was like certified fakes, then I would have a problem. I'd be like, yo, if that's supposed to be your man's or whatever. But I mean, you know, buyer's risk. Feel me? It is what it is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's a roll of the dice, man. Like, I want to grab the pair real quick. Like,
I mean, it's like this. Like, you can buy a pair fresh off of a Nike app, and it's gonna come with a defect.
Yeah,
you know.
So, like on this pair, the strap actually fell off. You know, like the actual strap. And if in that video that I did, that's linked in the description, I really like get into like where it probably split. Like I get like close up with like my real camera, not my streaming camera. And you get to see like, oh, okay, I understand why it probably split over there. Because there is like a groove in there where it's thin on this piece of leather, excuse me, rubber.
Is this like, stitched in or is it glued in?
Well, the strap, it snapped.
I'm talking about right there at the part where it snapped at.
Where it snapped, it's just one piece. Like it snapped like right here, probably. Like right over here. There's a little groove that goes in, you know, so that it bends. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to watch that video because in that video, like I really show it very closely. I'm sure that's what happened to it. But like, for instance, like when I got these, I literally wore them as soon as I got them. Because I love this shoe. So like as soon as I got them, I threw them on my feet. I mean, I've worn them a lot, like a whole lot, you know. They still look pretty good, but I wear these a lot, you know, and I'm feeling the midsole. The midsole feels really good on these. I've worn these easy 100 times. I've worn these 100 times. Like there's no doubt in my mind. So like, you know, when you're buying a shoe that's worn a lot, you know, it's going to hold up more versus a shoe that's brand new.
Yeah.
But not everyone wants to put their feet in someone's shoe. You know what I mean? Also, that they've been wearing them for like, you know. I mean, I don't want to put my feet in some dirty ass mother effing shoe. You know, like I get that too. You know, I'm not very fond of buying used shoes. I mean, if it was like really lightly worn, that's one thing. I mean, have you bought used shoes? I have in the past, but they were like very lightly worn. Like, you know, what about yourself? And chat, please talk to me, chat. We live on a Saturday, last minute. So, you know, do that. It helps out so much. It'll get more people in here. And, you know, I'm not going live no more unless it makes sense. Like, there got to be a discussion, some that makes sense. So let's rock.
I have purchased pre-owned sneakers before. Nothing that like was beat up or anything. Everything was like shit. What they call that VDNS or whatever, very near dead stock.
Very near dead stock, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like that. But yeah, you know, but it would have to be a pair, man, that I absolutely just need for the collection. If it's complete in a pack or something, and it's just not out there, you know.
Yeah.
I would, but it'd be just for that reason. It wouldn't be to wear, you know. It'd be because I'm completing a pack or something.
You know the story when I got those not the Red Octobers, but the Solar Reds and the Pure Platinums?
No, I don't.
Did I ever tell you the story? I don't think I told you the story about that. You weren't watching back then. So, you know, I wanted these so badly. Like, I don't know if you know, but I love Kanye West music. Like, and I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he said in the past few years, but he also, to me, like I could relate to his madness at times. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, I kind of like am like that too. Like I have diarrhea of the mouth. Like sometimes I'll say something that's really crazy and not right, but then I'll say like 5 things that's insane and dope. I know that, you know. So like I understand where he's coming from. I've always loved his music. And I even had I still have the Reebok Yeezys. I'm huge fan of the mother effer. You know what I mean?
Man, I want those.
And I freaking I had to get them. So when I found out when they were releasing, I literally didn't leave my couch the entire day. Like legit, I woke up in the morning. around 8 a.m., maybe even earlier, because at the time I think I just had my firstborn daughter. So I was just chilling with her the whole day. And it was I think it was on a Saturday too, man. And I had my girl at the time, and we had another laptop ready for her. So if they went live, because they didn't have a time, it was a shock drop. We knew they were coming out, but we didn't know what time. And there used to be a trick back in the days on Nike store, where what you do is you put a pair of socks in your cart, right? And then you go to the very last page where you click checkout. So there'd be like, I think it's 2 to 3 pages before you get to checkout. So a lot of the times mother effers would get the shoe in the cart, but by the time you got to that final page and you got to handle the final boss and press that, check out, right? The final freaking boss shit. You done, sold out, right? So you add to cart, you open the window that you had the socks in, bang. You won't even see the shoe in the cart. All you see is a pair of socks for $5.99. Bang. You go to the next window. Dude, I never caught an L ever, bro. It was so quick because it'll add the cart, but you have to go through these freaking other pages. So as soon as I add the cart, open another window, bang. And I taught my girl at the time the same thing. So she got the freaking pure platinums for me. And then I got the freaking these solar reds. And I had a 20% off code. Back in the days, they used to honor these codes on everything. Now they sell, you can't even freaking use it on socks nowadays. Right. Yeah, you can only use it on things that you don't want in your life. Oh yeah, you can use 20% off. Because back in the days, like when these shoes came out, I'd get this shoe from Nike, and I would just go on to like the messenger, the customer service messenger. Yo, thank you, Donald Hodge, for the $5 dono. First dono of the night. Appreciate you, man. Keep that chat rocking. We're gonna stay in here. We got 50 in the building right now. I would look for something messed up, and even if it was minimal, right? And I'd go into the chat customer service, take a couple of photos, and I'd be like, this shoe is defective, da-da-da-da. I'd act like an effing Karen, right? And freaking, they'd be like, oh yeah, here's a 20% discount if you'd like to keep the shoe, or you could return it. I'd be like, bingo. Why you guys think I made so many Nike IDs back in the days? I made so many Nike IDs because I was getting 20% off. Every time the Nike ID would come back, I'd be like, yo, this Nike ID is messed up. Bong, bong. They give me a 20% off. I'd use that on the next Jordan drop or the next, at the time LeBron's was popping, Kobe's was popping. Get me another Nike ID. Nike ID coming. Oh, the text is a little sideways. I wouldn't just constantly complain about something, right? I would magnify it. If anything I'd see that was a little off, I'd magnify the mother effer. Not cheating wise, but I would be on some Karen shit to get the 20 off because it worked on every sneaker. And then I knew I would always bag the kicks because I knew that I'd just throw a pair of socks in there and then bong, add it to cart, skip those 3 pages you had to go to and hit the send. You see, like that's why mother effers could not believe how I was always able to get everything. And it was from that trick. And a lot of people, and it dropped during the Pacquiao fight. Yes, it did. So, dude, like I was literally on the couch, bringing the laptop with me to the bathroom, to the freaking kitchen, beside me while I'm feeding my baby. Like I had to get these effing sneakers, We watched the Lakers. No, what was it? LeBron James was playing the freaking Celtics. I think the Celtics won. And that fight that Manny Pacquiao was fighting in, Manny didn't want to fight until that NBA game was over because he was a big fan of the Celtics. So he didn't fight, and it was a late fight. Manny Pacquiao fight's about to start. The joints go live. And keep in mind, I'm refreshing the page all effing day as much as I can. I'm sitting there like a robot. Refresh, 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 refresh. And then the Manny Pacquiao is walking out. Refresh. They're up. Bang! But hollering at my girl at the time. She jets over there. She knows what to do because I already put her on the game. Bang! Bang! We both smashed, got the shoes like that. And it was crazy. Like, it was so crazy.
That's dope, though.
Yeah, see, Marcus Broom is like, I wish I knew that. Yeah, but he worked on everything, bro. I remember like the infrared infrared 6-pack that came in like that film bag. I got that under retail, 20% off, and just like nothing, bro. One day I was just messing around and I figured out that trick, and it worked like magic. But then the sneakers app came through and it just ruined everything. If you're just walking in here to this broadcast live, we're talking about Coolkicks. Did they do Kai dirty with them Red Octobers because they fell apart during the interview with Shannon, which is a great interview. I watched some of it. I got to watch the rest of it. You know, these podcasts are really long. I actually watched the Raekwon podcast on Joe Rogan last night, and it was phenomenal. If you did not watch, if you're a fan of Wu-Tang, you got to watch Raekwon on the Joe Rogan podcast. It's so good. It was like 2.5 hours, and I just couldn't leave it. I ended up staying up till like 2:30 in the morning watching it last night, and I had to get up early. I was like, I can't stop watching this, you know.
It'd be like that.
I watched your solar review over 100 times back in the days, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, exciting times, man. Shout out to Rich walking up in here. Not sure which is more of a neck breaker nowadays than the Nike Yeezy. And, you know, what's funny is when I wear them, I don't really get much attention from them because I don't wear them to sneak. I don't go to sneaker events. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do that type of stuff anymore. I've been there. I'm not dissing it, but it's just not my cup of tea. So I'm wearing these to concerts, to, you know, stuff like that. Wrestling events and whatnot. This big Wrestlecade, I was wearing them one day. You know, like I'm not wearing them to sneaker events. So a lot of these guys aren't really fond, or they're not hip.
They don't know.
Yeah. But I'm wearing them for me. I'm not wearing them to have people stroke my ego, you know, like I don't need that, you know. It's already pretty high, my ego. Okay. But you guys dig what I'm saying, man. I mean, I don't need that kind of I don't want to be like, wow, yo, that's so sick. Like, I want people to think like what I do is dope, not what I wear. You know what I mean? Like, that's goofy. But I thought this was a good topic because if you look in that video, there's so many people that are commenting like, yo, he should sue them, he should do this. And I just felt like this was necessary to talk about, you know.
It's an older shoe, man. It's like bound to happen. Shit happens. Like I say, unless they knockoffs, he really had really nothing to complain about. It's a shit. How old are they? 10, 12 years old?
Does anyone know off rip when these released, like the date? Interaction. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Donald sent a super chat. Let me get to that. He says, if the shoes were within 2 years of or a piece of jewelry, he'd have a point. Them shoes are way out of warranty. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's been 15 years. Like, no, it's been about 14 years because I could swear my daughter was born around that time. So, you know, and she's 14 now. So it was, but I mean, that was a big deal, bro. I remember the first Yeezys coming out, and I was furious I missed on those. Like the very first Nike Yeezys, I paid resale for them. I dropped like $650 on them joints.
On which ones?
On the first Yeezys.
Oh, for the Nike.
Yeah.
The first Nike.
Actually, the first pair I got because someone owed me a favor. And then the second pair I got them and I dropped some bread. But then that's when like resale started going. And I didn't even get a chance to wear them. And someone offered me bread. And I was like, you know what? Shit, if you're going to offer me that, then take them. You know what I mean? I didn't even really show them the net joints. So it was like, that was like when resale was crazy, but it wasn't even that much. Like it was like 600 for them joints. And now you see the price on them now. Do you guys think that the Kanye West relationship with Nike will ever come back to life? I mean,
I say only if Kanye go broke somehow and they try to work them. Other than that, no.
I think that like anything is possible.
Oh yeah, I never say never.
Yeah, relationships can always be fixed, and also no matter what. I mean, I've seen people do and say terrible things to each other, and you see they back rocking, you know, in the entertainment world to outside the entertainment world. So anything is possible. And also, you know, with Kanye, he said a lot of things that were, you know, very ignorant and offensive, you know. So that, I think, you know, that tarnished a lot with Adidas. Even though I don't agree with what Adidas did, like they grabbed his creations and they were doing whatever they wanted. It seemed like to me, you know. No matter if you agree with his opinions, his statements, that's his products, that his stuff. You know what I mean? Like Kanye was even saying they were digging into his account and grabbing his bread or something like that at one point, like freezing his bread or something like that, which is spooky. Because how can you just freeze up someone's bread when
you sign a contract, bro? Like those indiscretion points and rules inside them contracts, like. You know.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be very careful, man. You know, with contracts. Like when I got my sneaker deal, man, they gave me a big packet. I ain't even ready. I read a little bit. I went like I did one of these, you know, and you just drop the finger down on the paper. Da 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 da. You know, I'm stupid. I'm excited. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, yo, you know. I was like, I better not be a pain in the ass. I was a little bit of a pain after once the ink dried because I wanted certain things, but it wasn't that much. Like I wanted there to be an extra set of laces. Like I didn't think what I wanted was that crazy. Right. Like I wanted a special box, you know. Yeah. I went to the extent where I told them I was going to drive to Boston and buy the laces or get an extra set of laces to anywhere, wherever they were. And ask them to just put them in the boxes because they were limited shoes. They could have put them in the boxes, but they refused to do that. You know what I mean? Because I wanted, at the time, everyone was swapping the rope lace. They put in rope laces in instead of the flat laces. Now, me personally, as time has gone by, I actually like the flat laces more than the rope laces on that Grid 9000. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Flat laces on it.
Yeah. But at the time, it was like a big thing with the lace swapping. If you know, you know, like it was major. He says, do boy show know his ish, show a newbie, shows he's a newbie respectfully. I mean, look, he at the end of the day, he could not also. I don't agree with what you're saying, Willie, respectfully, because it wasn't the midsole that fell apart. It was the strap that fell apart, you know. Like for example, I know, let me grab this one. This will make more sense. Like let's say this was like an older Jordan, because this is no, the 2 is the Andre Agassi. I'm thinking about the Yeezy 1. But so whatever the case, you grab an old shoe, you gotta feel the midsole. But I'm gonna tell you now, no one's looking at the strap wondering if the strap's gonna fall apart, if it's gonna break. Let's be real. You know what I mean?
Do you need to unstrap it to put them on?
Say that again?
Do you need to unstrap it to put them on?
Yes, 100%. I mean, you can, if you like. I usually have them sitting a little loose like this, and then have them, because I got an 8.5 on this one. And the reason why I got an 8.5 was because when I got my first pair of Yeezys, the Yeezy 1s, I got a 9.5, and they were huge. And this was a time when I started finally earning money in the music industry. I just, if anything, had a child. I don't even think I had a child when I got the Yeezy 1 yet. So like all my money was just going to me. Like I bought my own crib. Like I was single. You know, I was dating someone, but I was single for the most part. You know, I had no responsibilities except I had a dog, you know, Pequeño Juan, my dog that I was feeding. You know, I didn't have much to much responsibility. So it was like, I don't even know where I was going with that. That was weird. But what I'm saying is, it's like my money was like shit, like endless back then, you know? Like, so I was like, when I got that first Yeezy and it was so big. Oh no, what I was trying to say when I was saying that was I was really getting into sneakers heavy right then. I was always buying nice sneakers, but this was when I had money to buy multiple shoes. This was where I was trying to get to. Like, this was when I was going to the store and walking out with 2 bags full of sneakers. You know what I mean? I never had that until that time period when I started the Thesneakeraddict. Well, it wasn't even the Thesneakeraddict. It was the DJ Delz TV. That's when I started making money in the music industry, DJing and stuff. And I was literally balling the fuck out, you know? I was literally going in there buying like 6 pairs of kicks at one time. You know, anything I wanted, I bought, you know? And like, I didn't realize what my true size is with sneakers. Like, I didn't realize I'm a size 9. I was buying everything size 9.5. So everything was huge on me. The Yeezy 1 runs big. So it runs big, and I already went up a half a size. Like, I should have my real size was a size 9, but I always was buying size 9.5 for some stupid reason. But then I finally realized, mother effer, you're a size 9, bro. So that shoe was enormous. So when this one came around, I said, I'm going down a size on these bitches. I'm going to make sure that they're not too big, because if they fit too big, I'm not going to wear them, you know? Yeah. There's no way they're not going to fit. If I have to loosen them out, take out the insole, all that, then fine, so be it. There's always a way to, if it's a half size snug, you could always finesse something, you know? Loosen them up like crazy, you know, and then start stretching them out a little like that, you know. But if they too big, then they're gonna crease crazy. And also, as you know, I learned, like, when you wear a sneaker and and the shoe is too big, it makes you look shorter. A lot of people don't realize that. If you buy shoes and they fit too big, you look shorter. You want a shoe to fit exactly your size, because you're making yourself unproportioned and you look dumb. I used to talk to this girl who was a fashion designer at FIT, and she actually is doing big things now. She would always tell me like little things like that. You know, I'd go to her place in Manhattan at her dorm and hang out with her and whatnot and stay over the night. And she would just kick a bunch of stuff to me, you know, while we kick back and chill, you know. Right. But I mean, if you're a tall person, you know, y'all are in a different category. I'm talking about my 5'9", 5'8", 5'7". Some of y'all motherfuckers 4'11". Like, I'm talking about y'all. Like, you got a sneaker that fits big, you're gonna make yourself look shorter. Like, it's a fact, for real. You know. Says, imagine your strap just came off on the live. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how that happened. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, man. Real talk.
Hey, Shannon was like, you got the Yeezys on.
Yeah, he was going in roasting, you know, having fun and whatnot. But yeah, there's no way to know about that. Like, if the midsole just went to ashes, you know, like, then I could understand people being like, yo, you stupid, you know, like that you a real idiot, because you should check the midsole on an old pair of shoes. Like, just squeeze them, make sure there's no moisture. You know, if you feel moisture and all that shit, yeah. And a lot of old pairs, you're gonna have to re-glue the soles sometimes. Like, there is things, and don't do that shit yourself. If you buy an expensive shoe, go even to the people that do work on regular shoes. You know, I forgot. Shoe smiths or whatever the F they call, you know. So you got to be careful with all that. But I figured this would be something fun to talk about. I seen you guys were moving and grooving for a little bit on it, and I'm just chilling tonight. And I was supposed to do an interview with someone, but that got pushed back till Wednesday. Got a bunch of interviews coming soon. That's going to be crazy. So let's see. Shout out to Necro too. I'll put that one out there. Well, we should have an interview with Necro from New York, probably in the next week or so. He was not feeling well today. So that was the deal today. We were supposed to get some done. That will be at the Delz show. And I know right now it's going to be very controversial, the interview with Necro. It's going to be, I don't know. Are you familiar with this guy, Necro, from New York City?
No.
I don't know if you guys are up on Necro.
I am not.
New York underground hip-hop legend that is extremely controversial. And he's been going viral and crazy lately, too. So I'm going to send you some stuff. Yeah, music and opinions. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's a good crazy though.
Right. All right.
So there got to be someone in here that knows what the hell I'm talking about. Well, yeah, that's all I really want to do is talk about that. We got some good people in here. If there's anything you want me to speak about or Ref to speak about, shoot away, and we'll kick it. What's going on in general? Is there anything like dropping or anything like that anytime soon?
I've been really debating about them 3s, man, them Black Cat 3s.
You know, I actually kind of want them. By the way, in the polls right now, we got 40 on the polls, and they're saying 60% said it's not Coolkicks responsibility for those shoes. 40% says it is. Okay. I like the 4. I like the 3s better than the 4s. Not only silhouette wise.
What?
I like the 3s better than the 4s.
Come again, say what?
I like the 3s better than the 4s. Let me explain why. Because of the fact that it's got the patent leather, the elephant print. There's elements of stuff that makes it pop. Versus the 4 is just a boring ass black sneaker. There's no textures and things to excite me with it.
It was like that when the 4s first dropped too. When them Black Cats first dropped, didn't nobody like them.
No, they sat, bro.
It was forever. Like one of my, 4 is my favorite. So when that all black 4 came out, it was perfect for me to wear that wherever. I could wear it to church. I can wear it to work. I could wear it to wherever I wanted to wear that sneaker. I could wear it because it was all black. It was low key, but it was a Jordan 4. And next thing you know, it went crazy. But that 3, to me, it looks too much like, it looks like a Jordan 3, a Jordan 4, and a Jordan 11, and a Jordan 9. I'm going to take the 11 out and put the 9 in. He's giving me 9.
The way that they did, you just saying like the way they did the coloring and the
color blocking, like how that black patent leather is going.
I gotta see this thing in person. This is gonna be a in-person situation for me. Let's put them on the screen real quick. Like this is gonna be I'm gonna go do the vlog and then I'm gonna either scoop them or not scoop them. And I don't think these are gonna sell out. Chat, what's your thoughts on this shoe? Are you guys going for them? Are you on the fence? We already have one poll up talking about that Red October, and I want to let that marinate. So let me know. Is this a cop, a pass? Is this a investment for some? Some are thinking this is going to be big money in a couple of years.
And that's the only thing that making me want to buy them. Is like if I got the money and I can get them and just put them up. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Then it's like, well, why? Because I want to wear my shoes. So save the money for something else. I still don't have those Wu-Tangs. Let me get those instead. I'm on that.
Yeah. He says he's passing, but they'll sell out. Now, a part of me thinks they are going to sell out because of the people have this idea about it being worth money.
All black cats are like put on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Every black cat and every silhouette has been like that sneaker pretty much. So, I mean, I can see it selling out, but I can also see them making a whole bunch of them. I can see Nike dropping a whole bunch and they turn around and sit pretty much maybe like the cements. Because the cements can sit for too long. You know what I mean?
The black cements got saved, bro.
Christmas.
They got saved by St. Nicholas. Or else them hoes would still be sitting right now on the corner in the cold.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't a whole bunch of them because everybody didn't get them for Christmas.
Well, you know, look, the thing about my vlogs, we doing them every week. We skipped this week because there's no reason to do the vlog. I gave you one a couple of days ago, which was fire. But yo, at the end of the day, like, yo, if they were sitting for over a month, I was literally going to the store every week, and you guys were seeing a ton of them.
And that's not that really. I mean, is a month a long time now? Like, I don't know.
We were flirting with almost 2 months, though, bro. I think.
Yeah.
Give or take, but in general, it's the three.
You know what I think about when I think about a shoe sitting? I think about that Jordan 6 the Olympic 6. It's been sitting for, you know what I mean, some months, like where it's really been sitting.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What's up, Malcolm?
And it wasn't a lot of sizes out there too. Like,
but they were very easy. They were very, very easy to obtain for a good 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the week before Christmas,
yeah,
still there. And then I happened to had to go to the store because I gave my daughters like a few gifts early so they could wear, you know, some dope stuff. So I bought them some really nice clothes. And one of the shirts didn't fit one of my daughters. So I was like, all right, well, let's go to the mall. And you know what I mean? They know I'm Santa Claus shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to take them to go exchange it, you know? And when
you know what I used to do? I used to do when I broke my kids off by telling them about Santa Claus. It was, you know, it still was Santa, but, you know, I was getting you these things as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah.
Other
I always got the credit for the big banger. I never gave St. Nicholas the St. Nicholas.
Santa ain't get you that one. Santa ain't get you that one.
Yeah,
Santa got you that right there.
You know, the grand finale presents every year, that was from Daddy all the time. I wasn't giving no St. Nick no credit for that shit. Because, you know, I wasn't giving no one no credit but me because I was out there. They always wanted the hottest toy, which was always so hard to buy. And I would be hunting for them. But the joy, the magic of Christmas is priceless. Priceless. I swear I get emotional watching these videos of my kids. Oh my God, they going crazy. Because I remember how I felt. I remember wanting Super Mario Brothers 3 so badly, and then nothing that was not under the table. And I got some good stuff. I'm sitting playing some game on NES. My old man saying, "Hey, you forgot something." Just like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, he did the same thing to me. The pop was so crazy. I went nuts. Just like I remember, I'll never forget, they had this thing, Hatchimals. This little freaking thing that make all these noises and whatnot in a freaking big egg. Dude, these things were so hard to buy. I would literally go to the store every effing day. I said, I gotta get this for my kids. Like they want this so badly. And I made sure to get them. You know what I mean? Right. And then I did that whole nut that wasn't under the tree. And I said, hold up, we missing one. The video was amazing. To this day, man, priceless. Their faces. I remember my older daughter, she said, I'm so happy I'm gonna cry. Like that shit is priceless. Yeah. The magic of Christmas is so real. So like for all you parents out there that have young kids, like really cherish those because now they like, you know, they teenagers. It's just like there's no they'll appreciate the stuff you do now when they're 25, 24. You know what I mean?
Right. When they get that age, you get to my level where
but now
they grown.
You can give them diamonds or whatever. They just come out, okay, thanks. You know what I mean?
They stop getting gifts, bro, when they start having kids.
Which is fine. I mean, I'm not tripping on them, you know.
I don't really buy my for Christmas for sure. I give my daughters something for their birthdays.
Yeah.
But you know, for like Christmas and all of that, that's for the kids. I got grandchildren. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you have a kid, you lose any Christmas privilege. You feel me?
Oh man, no, that as a parent, it's the best, man. It's seriously the best feeling when you see them kids on Christmas. They just go so crazy. It's magical, you know. So he says, Ant23 says, how you feel about the Grails dropping in 2025? Give me a list of, or mention some of the shoes in the chat that you guys are excited about.
All the Jordan 4s.
So what 4s are dropping? White cement 4. I'm definitely
undefeated.
Yo, what up, Dro? Yo, Hydro in the building. That's my guy. If you want to cam up, Hydro, click that link. I'm gonna put it in the chat. That's my dude right there.
If they drop any of the SBs,
Brooklyn in the house. That's my dude. Yeah, you know, the white cement 4s is a must because my pair of white cements, they look terrible, bro. Like they look so bad. The grape 5s. I've got 2 pairs of grape 5s.
I don't need the 5. I don't need them.
So like grape 5s, I don't think I'm gonna. Actually, no, I gotta get them because they got Nike here on the back. I'm 100% grape 5s. Look, I'm probably just gonna sell my grape 5s I have now because they're not gonna be hard to buy. You know, people's pockets are jammed up, bro. A lot of people's pockets, not everyone's pockets are jammed up, but there's a lot of people's pockets are jammed up, you know. Malcolm says best feeling is making your kids happy. Hell yeah, bro. That's all I care about is making my kids happy. But as they get older, it's different, you know. It's just different. they don't care, you know what I mean? Undefeated 4s. Now with undefeated 4s, it's crazy because I've seen it. The back from the photos that I've seen has one Jumpman and then one Nike Air on the back. It's mismatched.
I didn't notice that.
From a photo I've seen. Now, I do not know if this is 100% legit, but it's put it all over the blogs and everything like that. Let me try to dig up those photos. And
it don't even matter to me.
I don't give a crap about that either, to be honest with you. But they do this type of stuff to separate from the other one. You know, trying to
I'm cool with that. I'm all right with
Yeah. I like the color scheme on it. With the pretty sure the patch rips off and all of that good stuff, you know.
And then what's the black one? The black 4 that's coming out with, and it come off air. Was it the rare air? The rare Air 4s.
I could live without that one.
I need that one.
The white cements and the undefeateds would be fantastic to own. The rare air I'm good on, but I respect people. You know, I respect the taste buds on that one. It's going to be 2 different versions. Yeah, so Willie, explain more if you would, if you could, if you don't mind, bro. At work, bro. Salute to you, man. Yeah. I don't know if I may do some afternoon joints this week. We shall see, man. I want to start going. Listen, the lives, if you guys like the live shows, honestly, you just got to do that and do a lot of this in the chat. And if you're watching the playback, leave comments, you know. If they do good with the viewership and these right here, then I'm going to keep doing. The vlogs are performing fantastic. So that's why we do you guys getting vlogs every week, because the vlogs are doing very well versus the live, which is weird because you actually have me here and I bring great people on the show like Ref, so it's like you're actually able to like real time talk to me. So yeah, just simply this just really mean a lot because it gets the thing going more, it gets it out there more. Share them,
people going.
Yeah, gets the people going. Yeah. Yes, you already know, bro.
I'm trying to get all of the 4s. I might even document that this year. I'm trying to cop every one of the 4s that drop.
Yeah, all I need is really the white cement 4s. Black Cats, listen, if I'm having a good week, who knows what'll be going on when that drops. if I got a big check that comes in or something, or, you know, some money comes in, I got some extra, you know, bread to play with, then I'll probably cop them. But I'm not gonna. That's not a priority. Yo, what's up, D? What's going on? Devon J in the building.
You gotta care, or you don't care about them as much?
I didn't care about him then. I don't care about him now.
Respect.
You know, because I don't care about resale value. You know, I never cared about I have never in my life bought a pair of shoes because I knew they were going to be worth money. It has never ever happened in my life. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying I'm better than anyone that does do that. I want to make that clear. You know what I mean? I buy the shoes because I really like them. I plan on wearing them, and you know, it's for the fashion. You know, I buy what I want to wear. You know, that's what it. Yo, E White Designs walking in here. Salute to you. I seen you in the playback a couple of times, man. It's nice to see you back up in here like you left your car keys. Yeah.
You know what I do a lot though, Delz? I'm not gonna front to anybody. I think I may even said this a few other times before. I do make purchases for resale or trade. Like if I, you know, when especially all of the Travises.
Yes.
If I hit on a Travis, I'm definitely most likely going to be selling or trading for some, you know, for something that I really
and you have in the past,
right? Exactly. You know,
shout out to Cold Mist real quick. He sent the dono on the Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App, Cold Mist. I appreciate you, man. Them Cash Apps, them Venmos, and PayPals. Let me know that you guys are enjoying the show and don't leave. So if you're enjoying the show, that tells me don't leave when you send a dono. Right, that's what it tells me. Don't leave. Keep going. Yeah, like trade bait was always the thing for me before I had kids because I didn't have responsibility. So I'd buy like mad effing, you know, white. Last time the white cements came out, I bought, if I'm not mistaken, there's probably a photo. No, there's definitely a video out there, I'm sure. Bought 4 pairs of white cements last time they came out. 4 of them. Like, and I don't think they were easy to get last time they came out.
No, they were sold out.
But you see, it was a different temperature back then because there wasn't all. I don't think there was such like big raffle things. And my channel was crazy when those came out. My channel was like the top notch one of, if not the #1 stunner, it was #2. I had the biggest channel out back when those first came out. I mean, the proof is in the numbers. Go look at all the other numbers right there. I was the #1 stunner. I was the boss. I was final boss. You know what I'm saying? Back then. So everyone knew who I was. I walk around and people always, you know, stopping me for photos and all that shit off of these sneaker shit. You know, or sometimes for some other stuff too. The retailers got me all the time. They'd be like, "Yo, Delz, what you need? I got you." So I'll put it to the side. Your name's on it. You want to look at the pair first? You come in whenever you want. So I'll go in there like, you know, freaking after the herd comes in, and I'd be, you know, just buy my pair.
Yeah.
I walk out, and a lot of times I'd walk in through the employee entrance. So I go into the employee entrance where you walk down them concrete, you know, hallways, bang on the door. And I literally have taken my children with me. Like, I don't even know if they remember. You know, because one day they're going to be older and they may even have people asking for them to be interviewed. You know, they don't even realize that.
Yeah.
You know,
that culture. Hell yeah.
Yeah. They may end up getting interviewed, you know, off of my shit, like later on in life. Because, you know, they would come with me, knock on the back door and stuff, go inside, do where all the sneakers is, and then check out. And then they'd be like,
what's that called right now?
What happened?
What's that called right now? It's a name for that.
That back door.
Right.
Yeah. And then I'd check out and walk back out. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, now that I think about it,
Delz, baby.
Yeah, you know, that's how it was. But it was off of respect. It wasn't because
you had a connect.
I wasn't greasing their pockets. But I was They respected that I was helping them sell shoes. You know, some of these guys would even show my videos when they would go in there back then.
You got these right here.
Yeah. Look at this. You know. Because once they started doing this algorithm thing, it screwed up my show. But back then, people go Google, you know, White Cement 4 review. Mine was always the first to come up because it was fair. What happened is now it's like the way that this system works is it's all about likes, interaction, view, how long people are watching the show for. You know what I mean? Like how long till another person leaves a comment. They grab all this data, you know, the data, that's getting calculated. And then that's how come certain videos do better than other videos, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's why the vlogs do so well, because there's no denying this is a lot of work when I do the vlogs. Like there's no denying. You can tell like I'm putting a lot of effort into this shit.
Right.
You know? But it's not easy to go live also. Or else more people would go live.
Is it better to go live or do the
It used to be great going live because the money, because people would be throwing money at me like I'm an effing stripper, you know what I mean? But now it's different, you know? Like we used to get a lot of donos, but now there's no donos coming in. So there, like money-wise, this is not worth it for me right now. But I enjoy it, so I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I stopped doing the live. You've seen behind the scenes with me. I'm not really that interested in even battles no more, or because the battles weren't even getting much views. You know.
No, I was really asking, like, far as the views go, are your views higher with live?
Oh yeah, the views is almost triple, if not more, on my vlogs, the pre-recorded stuff versus the lives.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Right.
Because with the lives only do well if people are doing this, constantly chatting in the chat, constantly asking questions, constantly sending supers, you know, like things like that. If that doesn't go down, then it's not getting recommended to more people, you know? Like if everyone just started going crazy and dropping, you know, even 99-cent pieces, or not even spending a penny in the pocket, but just asking a lot of questions and being more interactive, the view count will jump to double, like straight up. Because even when you write because this is constantly being monitored through a system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, through AI.
Yeah. So they're saying, oh, wow, people are really engaging into this. And this is good for people that are trying to, you know, broadcast or, you know, make content. Like engagement is the key to success in this world, you know. You know, but I mean, I have great people that love this show that, you know, that are constantly, you know, coming back. So it also makes me want to keep going. You know what I mean? Delz out of all the cats, the most organic. Thank you, man. Well, I mean, look, I try to be organic, man. You know, the thing is about me is I'm always going to try. I'm not going to try to be anything. I'm just going to be me. And I'm so fine with people not liking me. You know, I've always said this saying that I started really saying a couple of years ago. You're never going to be free. You're always going to be a slave to the world until you stop giving a damn about what other people think about you. And it's a problem with when you're young, especially. Because you worry about a lot of young people, you want to fit in, you want to be cool. You know, if someone says something negative about you, it affects a lot of young people, you know?
Yeah.
But like if you have a mentality where you believe in yourself, which is not easy when you're young, then you know. But that's why you always got to figure out what you want to do. Like once you figure out what you want to do or have, and not one thing, you always got to have multiple ideas, you know, and just go for that shit. He says Delz and Larry June, they get active. Can we look at the Union Fragment 1? How do you feel about that collab? The new Union Fragment 1, I like a lot. I think it looks really nice. The colorway is super nice. And, you know, I mean, there's nothing more or less I could say about it, except I will be going for that one. Because I think it's a cool pair, you know. But will I be able to get it? Probably not. Hydro says Delz and Sneakeeks back then and Jumpman Bostic Sticky 213. Yes, and we were talking about that on the prior live, and you know that's another thing about now versus then. And I don't like recycling vibes because then it's not worth you going and watching the last prior live stream I did. But you know, culture is about knowing about the past, and without knowing about the past, is it really culture? And this goes for any kind of culture, whatever you're into, these subcultures. That's why a lot of it is not organic. It's really fake, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just speaking my mind as I always do. Yo, when you see this guy that I'm interviewing, this dude Necro, you're gonna wild out, bro. This guy's nuts. He's an underground rapper from New York. I don't think anyone in my chat. Hydro probably knows who Necro is. Do you know who Necro is? Dude, this dude a legend in New York, bro. Underground hip hop legend. He raps about the craziest stuff. I don't even want to talk about what he raps about because it's so crazy. You'll like it though. You're gonna be like, oh shoot, this guy's nuts. So it's gonna be
out for a minute or what?
He was out in the 90s, but he's still pretty relevant. Like he was on Adam 22's No Jumper like 8 months ago, and that went viral. Like
Necro,
yeah. Yeah,
we got somebody like that from Detroit named Isham with the red tape.
I met Cormega very quickly. It was I was walking into a party and it was a quick, you know, like, yo, Delz, Mega, you know, and then you know, pound, kept it moving. We were walking through like a small area. I think it was at the tunnel back in the days. I used to go to the tunnel when I was a kid. Because I had a lot of kids, a lot of the older guys in the neighborhood that used to take me to the nightclubs and get me into the clubs, you know. They knew me and they loved me, you know, and they wanted to see me go out and they come pick me up, you know, sneak out. And, you know, you got to understand, like me growing up, I didn't really have parental supervision. Like my father worked that night. My mother was a victim of a stroke. She was half paralyzed. She could only do so much. You know what I'm saying? So like I could just walk the F out my house, you know? And I did, like an asshole, you know? Thank God I'm still alive. Nothing bad happened to me, you know? So, you know, yo, Delz, one time, what's he say? One time you did an on feet with your kids back then, and it was so dope. I was dying laughing because I was drunk watching it and I wanted to do it on feet with my son. Yeah, man, we used to do the on feets all the time, bro. Like my kids, it's funny because my kids, until they turned 12, when I would walk outside, they'd always say, Daddy, you're famous. You're famous. I'm like, I ain't famous because I don't think I'm famous. Because to be famous, you got to be rich. And I'm not rich. So I don't consider myself famous. But now they're teenagers. I hate when people recognize me because they're cool. You know, they think they're so cool. I thought I was so cool when I'm 13, 14, you know. So I'm not mad at them. But, you know, I'm their dad. They look at me differently. You know what I mean? They're not looking at me. They may low key, but they ain't ever going to admit it. You know what I mean? But like, it's just funny. Like now it's different. But when they were young, that's all I'd hear. Dad, you're famous. I Googled you. You know, I'm like, thank God there's nothing crazy on the internet with me. You know what I mean? Right. But like, yeah, I used to love doing like the kids doing the on feet stuff, but they actually really enjoy doing it. Like I never pushed it on them because that was one thing that was like kind of cringy to me, like how like some sneaker heads, they push it so hard on their kids. Like, you know, the Black Cement 3's came out this year, and I thought my younger daughter was gonna want them so badly because she had them before. and I spoke about it lightly a few streams ago. She wanted them so badly when last time they came out. And it was a bad month for me. My money was tight. I think there was some sort of emergency where, like, I think like my heating or air, like something with the central air got all effed up, and I had to spend mad money to fix that shit. And then we're at the mall, and she wanted them so, Daddy, I gotta have these. You have these. I gotta have these. Charge it to the game. You know what I mean? So I thought that this time around she would be like really heavy, like, yo, I need these. But she didn't want them, which was fine. It was actually a blessing because that's, you know, they're so expensive now. Like a pair of Jordan grade school is a lot of money now. So I mean, I never pushed sneakers on my kids, and they, you know, I think they would like co-sign that. I never pushed Jordans on them. They thought they were cool back then. So, you know, I don't care what they wear as long as they're not looking crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? As long as but they're very stylish. But they know they know, you know. Because my style is kind of different too. You know, I don't think I dress exactly like the normal person, you know. You know, they constantly see the fashion shit. Like my older daughter's flash. Shit, when I did my interview earlier, I asked my daughter what hat to wear. I had a whole nother outfit on. You know, because I know she knows what's dope. She's gonna be a problem when she gets older. She don't even know it. She's gonna be killing it later. Me and my son shared. Yeah, you do. Your birthday's coming in next month. Next month, your birthday's coming, man. Yeah, man. That dude Hydro. Hydro was a YouTuber for a while back in the days. He was actually, I think he did YouTube videos before Fomer Simpson was doing YouTube videos. I may be wrong, but I think he was. I mean, does that mean anything? No, I'm just saying, like, the longevity, like there was a lot of YouTubers that were getting their hands in the game before that second class of YouTubers, you know? There was another guy who was like a heavy LeBron guy. But this dude, man, this dude from Brooklyn, man, always showed mad love. It's crazy I never met him too, but he's always showed me love and just like, you know, a lot of support and shit like that. Yes, that's not who I was thinking, but yes, shout out to Crispy Coil. And you know, it's funny, he'll pop in once in a while. Pause, by the way, that sounded crazy. Hey yo. But he'll come through once in a while and drop a comment on Crispy Coil. There was another guy, I think his name was like Greg or some shit, but like, you know, there was the YouTube history. I like that there's some people that actually know it, because you see I talked about this a few shows ago. I don't want to recycle it, but you know, basically, you know, it's a different day and age. Corgi Shoes was a reseller guy, correct? He wasn't really a content guy. If I'm not mistaken, he was a reseller guy. And there was so many. It was funny. I met a guy 2 weeks ago, give or take. And then I met another guy. I know this sounds really fruity the way I'm saying it. I ran into supporters at a bar. One guy. And yeah, that sounded mad sussy, man. This sounded crazy. Hey, yo, to the freaking highest power. So I met this one homeboy at a bar that recognized me. He goes, I used to watch you when I was a kid. This is crazy. What are you doing here? Like doing what you doing, having a drink. He was like, yo, man, you keep doing your thing. I love what you do, you know. And he mentioned my name and someone else's name, and I can't think of his name. But then 3 days later, this same guy was mentioned. Some other guy was like, yo, I've seen him at another bar, and he was like, "Yo, I know you," because that's what they do. They run up to me and they say, "I know you from somewhere." And I'm like, man, do you know me from this? Just say it. I'm not trying to play 21 effing questions with you. Like, you know, like get to it. You know what I mean?
Hey, where you know me from?
Yeah. So it's like Scoop. That's the guy. Scoop. He says me and Scoop. Yo, I used to watch you and Scoop all the time. And I laugh, man. I'm like, out of all the names, Scoop. This is in the course of 4 days. 4 days. And I'm like, yo, that's funny. But there was a point in time, it was all the time. At the mall. And my ex didn't mind that shit at all. The kids didn't. I mean, people were I never dealt with anything where it was like they were being annoying. But now I don't really, now that I'm older, I don't mind if I'm by myself, like, at all. But when I have my kids, I really don't like people talking to me. Because my kids be like busting my chops. They be like, you know, they oh, DJ, you know, it's fun. They're having fun, you know what I mean? I want them to have their fun, though. I'm not, like, upset with them or anything. Like, it's fun.
But, you know, low-key, they love it. They love that their dad is known well, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, you know, it's just like, it's funny. Hold on one second. Man, I got so many girls hitting me up tonight to hang out. Holy, the day I can't. You know? Frey Dog. Oh my God. Frey Dog. How are we doing on the likes? Are the likes going up? Because I want to show some love. Come on, we can do better than that. We can do way better. We got so many votes. Run them likes. And don't forget about that super, baby. Show love. Let's talk about Frey Dog. I want to talk about Frey Dog. I do also need to get me a drink because I'm talking so much. I need to wet the whistle a little bit. Yo, you got those Wizard of Oz near you?
Yeah, they downstairs.
Well, what you got? Show me some hot real quick.
I'm in my Adidas room.
Show me
you know,
show me the ghost face. Show the ghost faces off.
Oh, and I want to ask you too about
listen,
that.
I just want you. We'll talk about that in just a second, but show the shoe to the people real quick for about a minute. Let me go. This is a sneaker that I'm the only one I've ever seen have it, and he got himself a pair. So break that one down real quick while I go get, you know,
this here is the infamous Ghostface Killer. It came in a pack. I want to say it was 5 or 6 pairs of Adidas Form Mid right here. This is an exclusive pack. Came with the Ghostface Killer, Redman, Method Man, Yeezy, and 2 that represented the record label Def Jam, which all of these guys were at one time signed to. So, but yeah, these are the Ghostface Killers right here. This was a pickup right here. Like I said, I had picked up from one of my guys, my man Looney. Spence, what up, though? Salute if you watching. You feel me? Check this out. I appreciate you finding these for me. Brand new DS, unworn. And that rarely happens where you find a brand new pair of like this sneaker right here. And I'm currently looking for, if anybody out there, currently looking for the Yeezys. I believe the Yeezys are black and green. But Yeezy got a pair. Redman got a pair. I want Redman too, but I'm currently looking for the Yeezys. I think I saw them one time and passed them up. I'm kind of sick about it, but the materials on this sneaker right here is crazy. I know a lot of people like really not maybe too much in like Adidas or, you know, mess with Adidas, and that's fine. But this has been a staple sneaker right here forever. I know y'all, if you love Jordans, I know you didn't heard about how Jordan wanted to sign with Adidas and his favorite sneaker was the Form. But yeah, But it's a staple sneaker here in Detroit, as far as Adidas brand goes itself. Top 10s.
Now that's a dope piece right there.
Currently, like, you know, gotta have these wrapped up. Adidas top 10.
Yeah.
30 year
I remember
anniversary.
when I had a pair of those.
The 50-year anniversary is coming up on the
You got
2029. Yeah, I got these wrapped up. These here is I wore these 2-3 times, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna wrap these up.
Yo, you're the only person I've ever seen with the ghost face killers.
Ghost face.
Yeah, man. You know, I didn't know that they had two different Young Jeezy sneakers. I have the low top one. I'm trying to figure out where they are, but I do have the low top.
The shell toes.
Which I think are better than the high top. I don't really like the color scheme on them.
Oh, you think you like them better than the high top?
The low top is nasty work, bro. They in a good way. They sick because it's this olive camo. It's got the olive. It's got this olive. Paisley. The olive paisley bandana. The snowman on the back and gray.
Those guts are the guts are sick.
Found a Bruce.
Line. The inside of
that my girl Lindsay. If Lindsay's watching, this is the last of the Mohegans. You left this over here. Thank you, baby.
But I'm currently looking for the Jeezy high top and the Redmans.
You have the Method Man too, right?
Huh?
You have the Method Mans, right?
No, I got the.
Who got the? I think RG had the Method Mans. Yo, what's up, man? Yo, for people that are just walking in here, the main discussion here, because I know people walking in and out. They hopping in and out. Pause, by the way. You have the those are the Method. No, those are just Def Jam, right?
Yeah, these are Def Jam. These in a black and silver is just representing the record label.
So this is the meat and potatoes of the show. Cool Kicks. I spelt that wrong too. Wow, it was such a rush. I was actually dropping a deuce when I actually made this thumbnail. I was pooping when I did it.
Okay, all right, sweet.
Yeah, too much information. I know. But yeah, he says, did Kai did they do him dirty because his shoe fell apart? And I don't think so. But when I did the reaction video the other day, I think it's at 10,000 views too, which is dope. I know that's peanuts compared to someone like him, but
yeah.
So, but for the sneaker addict, that's very, very good because we at one point I was getting 50K like nothing on videos, but now it's a different story. That is one of my favorite shoes of the year, Kevin. I like you, Kevin. Pause. You got good taste, my guy. I like what she's saying here, man. It's music to my ears. He's talking about the Korn collab, which my friend over here, he still has not purchased the Korn collab. Which
I have not.
He says, I guess everyone is not safe. Even celebrities is not safe. Thank you for being a member, Mr. B. He says, not even celebrities are safe. So that tells me that are you implying that those Yeezy Red Octobers are replicas? I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from. I don't think those are replicas. I think that it's just they're old, and either the strap was being unstrapped very recklessly a lot, or it's just age where, the rubber starts rotting. Rubber rots too. Like, you ever been in someone's car and you feel the handle and the handle's fucking rotting? It's like rubber on the car. You ever feel that ever? Or no? I have. Well, you hop in someone's car and the rubber on the handle, they got some age to their cars, and it's not necessarily because they got hoopties. Like, I've been at BMWs where I'm grabbing the car and I'm fidgety. Like, I could stick my nails right into the mother effing rubber on the side underneath the thing. I can't stay still, bro. Like,
quality testations.
Yeah, like everything goes, everything rots, including yourself. Like everything goes. So like, it's gonna happen. Mr. B says, yeah, I could be wrong, bro. But I guess wear your shoes so that they last longer. And yeah, we were talking about that earlier, but I could see you just walking in here and you are a member. So, You know, we got to put some respect on it. And I know Poodles just walked in here too. And I do always try to honor the members here because you guys are really a big reason why I still broadcast. So if you're not a member, it starts at $1.99. I mean, who don't got a freaking $1.99? And it goes up to, I think, $10 or $20 for people that really want to support. And we got of course all that, which goes a long way. But you know, these shoes, man, like in general, you can't buy a sneaker that expensive and worry about it. You shouldn't. Anyone that drops $15,000, give or take, on a shoe, you should not be worrying about it being messed up. You get what I'm saying? Like that go on your feet, bro. Like you walking on them, you walking in them. So if you're buying a $10, $15, $20,000 shoe and you worried about it falling apart and it's over 10 years old, like you should not even be buying them in the first place. And if you're buying a shoe for an investment, you're an idiot for wearing them. You should never wear them. You're mad dumb. Like I'll look you in the eye. You dumb as shit. If you order it as an investment and you and he's getting paper.
He getting money.
He's getting. That other effort's getting. He's probably the top streamer. I think he's on Twitch. Him and Mr. Beast.
Because I would have had the same reaction. Because I can imagine, you know what I mean? You're doing your thing, you get money. That 15 grand is like $150 to me. You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying, bro. It's not that serious, bro.
But it's still at the same time, when you look down and your shits fall apart, you think, yeah, I just dropped 15 racks. I mean,
well, listen, some of the most richest people are the cheapest people too, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So,
but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, for real.
You know, I wouldn't mind Nike bringing those back, but they probably won't do that with the with the his name attached to it and everything.
I think it's just they just waiting for there's just so much like heat that he had when he was talking about.
But they would have to pay him, right? If they was to do something like that, he would have to get paid, right? Or am I?
Yeah, but Kanye, I feel like Kanye, like he's not going to go back unless it's under his terms,
right?
Like he's not. I feel like he feels he's as big as Nike, which some people will agree and some will not. So I feel like if he would come back, he would be like, yo, we're not doing no BS drop where you're only dropping a small amount of pairs. Like I'm trying to, because that was the whole thing with Ye, is that they always put him in a bubble, right? Like they always, like Nike put him in a bubble where he could only extend his arms so much because Nike is a sports, brand. So like they couldn't give him that kind of leverage where he could drop pieces like a LeBron or a Michael Jordan, because that would screw up the whole company in their eyes. This is not factual. This is just me looking at it marketing wise. You know what I mean? Like imagine if they mass produced and they made like mad pairs of Red Octobers, they would have all sold out. Like there would never have been enough pairs of Red Octobers. There would have never have been enough pairs of any of the Nike Yeezy shoes. They would have kept selling and selling and selling. And that changes the brand Nike, which is a sports brand. This was so new. We gotta really go back into a time machine and really think about how it was back then. They weren't giving artists deals. The only time you've seen an artist get a deal was like G-Unit with the Reeboks and Jay-Z with the S. Cardis. We weren't seeing many, and then Lugs, which, come on. Mother effing Funkmaster Flex got a driving shoe. Shout out to Flex. I ain't a shot. That's my homeboy. But and then you had like Birdman with a, whatever the F that was. I don't even remember. Not dissing Birdman. I honestly don't remember. That's the homie too. He's good people. Always show me love. But like this was a big deal. Like if you really think about it, when he got his deal over there, no one really had deals that were rappers, you know? And rappers always had a bad stigma because like the violence and this and that, even like concerts, like big tours, like they were scared of that shit, like Hard Knock Life tour. Like they were trying to stop that from happening back in the days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fat Farm, you know? Yeah. So like, you know, you going back into the history of things, it's like Ye had to be put in that bubble because they didn't have to do it, but Nike was scared. You know what I mean? Because, and on top of that, like, did they really think that, like, how did they really believe in him to the point where he could sell massive amounts? You know, he had samples of Jordan 6s. They were like Donda 6s, and that was before his mom even passed away, if I'm not mistaken.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the thing about him is that he spoke so much into existence. Like, it's crazy. That's a big reason why I believe in that speaking things into existence stuff. You know what I mean? Because he literally did. You know, when I met Kanye West, it was like the mother effer had Tourette's syndrome. I was outside Def Jam Universal building in New York City, right? And I see these two chicks flocking all over Ye. I didn't really know what he looked like. This was before his album dropped. He was just, you know, he was Kanye West's producer. I know who he was, like if I would read it on paper or on a vinyl, a piece of vinyl or something when I was DJing. I didn't really know what he looked like. But I seen these chicks going crazy, so I walked up to him and I said, "Yo, who are you, man? I'm DJ Delz, man. I see you got people going nuts out here." He said, "I'm Kanye West," and he just started going on a freaking rant. "Yo, man, I got all these CDs here, and I got a mixtape that just dropped, and you know I'm gonna be the hottest thing in the world." And I mean, the mother effer was just feed like nonstop. I said, "All right, man. I didn't even ask for a photo with him or nothing like that." I said, "Man, this mother effer is crazy, but I like him." Yeah, I had a recording device because I used to be on radio. Yo, do a drop, recording drop. So he said, "Yo, this Kanye Cheddar kicking with DJ Delz, da 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 da," which you'll see in a bunch of the old reviews of the Kanye Nike shoes and even the first Adidas shoes, you know. And it's like crazy because like this was like pre-artist. This was him just speaking it all into existence.
Right. On the way to make it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I would have never in my life thought he would be like one of the most legendary, iconic people in the past 20 years. Like, I literally had a camera in my pocket, like, you know what I mean? And like, you know, I'm not like, oh my God, like kicking myself in the ass. It's just a picture. I don't give a shit about it. But I didn't believe that he would ever be what he was. I didn't even know he really rapped like that. I think I heard him on one joint where they sampled the Queen, "We Are the Champions." I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you were like diehard Rockefeller hip hop head, you'll remember like Twister was on it. A few people were on it.
Yeah.
I think he rapped on it, but like I didn't I'll never forget that story because, you know, I was walking outside going to pick up records because I used to get them for free. At this time, I was getting records for free. I'd go to the Universal building. There'd be like 3-4 different record labels in that building. I'd go in there, go to the front desk. If the people, the A&R department, those are the guys that work directly with working with the artists. Sometimes they'd want to sit down, hang out with me for a second, you know, and just shoot the shit. Or the front desk will just have like a stack of records with, you know, with a Post-it on it. Delz, and I'd come and pick up all the records because I was DJing in the city all the time. Like I was DJing at all the hot spots in New York City for many years. So like I was just leaving there. But these girls were just going nuts. They weren't even like really like that great. They were just going, Kanye. They were screaming at him. And they may have been people that worked in the office because at the time he wasn't even really like visually out there like that. And I was like heavy out there at the time. Not saying me personally as like someone known, but I was outside like everywhere. You know, I knew everything that was popping.
Right.
That's why when he said Kanye, I said, okay, this guy's produced Blueprint and, you know, the Beanie Siegel albums, which I loved, you know, The Truth and everything, and State Property joints and the Cameron joint. Like, I was like, I know the Cameron came after, of course, but I was like, you know, I'll get a drop. Why not? He wants to talk so much because he wouldn't shut the F up. He was like a salesman. He was like a car salesman. And he was a mess. He had, remember back in the days, you had all those thin jewel case CDs in the plates, you know, you burn stuff on. He had all the different colors of green, a purple, blue. He was like, he was cool, but it was all disheveled. You know, it wasn't even like nice. It was just, he was walking and just talking like so highly of himself. That's why I was like, yo, I seen him like this when he probably wasn't broke, but he wasn't, you know, where he is now, right? Even where he was 10 years ago. This is almost 20 years ago when I seen him.
As a matter of fact, in his documentary, they speak around that time when he just made it. Like, you know, he was already producing, but we got signed and dropped that album, and you know what I mean? So this was this right after he had his accident?
No, I don't recall. This was before I even really heard his album, and he had a mixtape with this guy 007. So like he was still.
So this was before.
I think this was pre when Dame Dash even put the chain on him and signed him. This is how long ago this was.
Right.
If you go to let me see. If you go to like the review, some of the older reviews. Oh fuck. If you go to like the DJ Delz, let's see, Nike Yeezy. Oh, you know what? I know for a fact if you do the Adidas Turtle, I'm pretty sure I set off the review with that. Let me see. No. You know, the first Turtle Doves I got them from the guy Wex who you know made that deal happen with Ye. It was the craziest story ever. And I've only said it, I think, really on my Patreon back in the days. Which some people, the Patreon's still active. I'm not recording as much, but man, I tell some crazy ass stories. Let me see this one. Yeah, here we go. It's outside. Look.
This is Kanye Cenat, straight from Chi-Town. A rock is definitely in the building, and I'm chilling with my dog, DJ Delz. This is strictly for the street. DJ Delz back with a brand new.
Yeah, if you watch the Kanye West Adidas Yeezy 350, were you able to hear that? Yeah. So like that was from a recorder outside of this big skyscraper building in Midtown Manhattan.
It didn't sound like he had the wire in his jaw.
No, this was this was definitely before that, you know. I didn't know that. I did not know. I know that Freeway's been active. I know he's on my homeboys, Terminology and Tech, both people that are friends of mine, and I love those guys so much, man. They have an album together, so check that album out. Tech from Smith & Wesson, Terminology from Lawrence, Mass. Those are my homies. But shit, and Tech is in the sneakers. I gotta get him on here one of these days. And I don't know why I haven't had both of those, but they got a really good album, and they on there and shit. But yeah, that day was so crazy. Looking back at that day, you know. Oh, you're talking a lot of music stuff. Escape the Fate. You're talking about Ronnie Radke. I need to interview Ronnie Radke. That's something I need to get done this year. He's definitely on my bucket list. Ronnie Radke. I think me and him will have great conversation because I think that we're around the same age and we're on that same kind of time. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kevin. He's pretty cultured. I like that. See, like, that's real culture. When you can start, like, the sneaker stuff only goes so far with me. Like, when you start mentioning music, that's when you start, that's when, you know, when a dog's ears go up, they hear something they like. That's what happens to me. When you start talking that, then I'm like, okay, now I'm paying attention to you. But, yeah, we got the homie Necro next week. That'll be fun. That won't be on the Sneakerhead because he's not really a sneakerhead, but it's going to be a wild interview. And I'm trying to get a few people, which I'm not going to say who they are yet, but this is going to be a monstrous year. Not necessarily for sneakers, but I mean, the world is in your hands. You know, I have a lot of people that say, yo, when is the new collab dropping? Yo, y'all want a collab to drop? Y'all got to share these videos, share, all that shit, man. You know, that's the one thing about this younger generation. These motherfuckers know they got to pump these things, throw them in the Discords and all that, you know. Ayo, Delz, you know, okay, I've read that. Yeah, shoot some questions my way, man. If not, I'm about to bounce like an ounce, man. Just let me know what's popping. I'm here riding with y'all, though, on a Saturday, excuse me. He says, let's go with, I want to look at this poll real quick. Once again, the meat and potatoes of the show is basically, yo, I did a video the other day talking about the whole situation with Kai on Shay's Club, the podcast. His Red Octobers fell apart. And I noticed there was a handful of people that were saying, like, yo, you know, that's messed up, da-da-da-da-da. And I wanted to see what the people had to say. Right now, there's 69 votes. 55% says Coolkicks is responsible. 70, yo, they got bots in here now. How we got 70 votes and look at the likes? Come on, y'all. We're better than that, please. 70 votes. Let's get the likes up with the votes if y'all want us to keep rocking. 56% is saying that Coolkicks is responsible. 44% says not. I do not agree with that at all. How is, and listen, I want to know this, right? How is a store that resells shoes responsible when they didn't even make the shoe? They buy shoes off of people and then resell them. Now, if you're buying a shoe that's over 10 years old, you got to really inspect that thing. It's like buying a car, right? And it's not even like buying a car. When you got a shoe that's over 10 years old, I don't even think the seller is selling it as a performance shoe at this point. They're selling it as a collectible. And if you're spending over $10,000 on the shoe and you plan on wearing it, you better plan on it getting jacked up, you know what I mean, and getting messed up out here. Because if not, then you definitely have brain damage, in my personal opinion. Like, you are definitely far from what is real and what is reality. You know what I mean? I mean, how do y'all feel about that? Let me know. Poodle says exactly. Like think about it. You know how much money is like $15,000? Like, and I think he spent even more money when he went to get those. Like, no one's buying a $15,000 shoe and stressing it. Like, if I ever was gonna drop $15,000 on anything like that I'm gonna wear, it's to the point where I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm wearing it as a flex. You know what I mean? It's literally a flex. If I'm buying it as a collectible, which I'm really not into collectibles anymore, I'm slowly getting rid of all my collectibles. I don't give it. I have a Funko Pop creeping over there just because I love The Office, you know. Weekend Energy, Delz, do you own a Grail? Is there a story behind it? I mean, there's lots of Grails I own. Stories, like, all my cool stories, honestly, are not rare sneakers. You know what I mean? Like, they're really not rare. Like, there's just memories behind it. I mean, this is a cool shoe that I got. because this was given to me from a Nike employee. And when I unboxed this, I actually unboxed this with my daughter. And it was so crazy because this Nike, excuse me, someone, hello? Someone that worked for Jordan Brand contacted me because they watched the show. And they already sent me in the past these shoes, which I have right here. This is when the channel was rocking though. Like they sent me these. So what time? When was this? So I was on Instagram, on Twitter, you know, X now, because people are gonna watch this maybe 10 years from now. This was 2012. I was on X and I was like, yo, man, I hate these Dornbeckers, how they make them so limited and then the resellers buy them. I'm like, you know, this is a cool shoe for comic book heads, like people that are like on that nerd tip. Like, why can't they let these kids live? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful like that. Sounds kind of crazy. But you know what I mean? Like, let these kids have these shoes out there so they could wear them. Like, people could wear them and they can be really honored, you know? Don't make them so limited. And this Jordan Brand employee said, yo, you really want them? I said, hell yeah, I want them. I want to wear them. And she said, well, yo, I can't promise you, but I'm going to try my best to get them. And they came through around Christmas. Like, this was like 6 months later. They came through. There's samples, you know. I'll never say her name. I always promised I wouldn't say her name, but I don't know if she still even watches the show. I know she don't work for Jordan Brand no more. But you know, a lot of the people that worked at brands, it wasn't even their job to get me shoes, but they loved me. You know what I mean? They knew that it's real, it's organic, it's not fake, you know? Because you got to understand, I came into YouTube where there was no opportunity. I just did this shit it was a pastime. Right. Yes, now I'm turning the camera on because I would like to make a few dollars tonight, you know what I'm saying? But I also know that the sneaker shit is kind of dead now, so I'm not expecting to really make much. But so like I'm just hanging out. My son is passed out asleep, you know what I mean? Like my daughter's playing freaking Roblox with her friend. Like, you know, I'm just sitting here by myself. I might as well hang out with y'all, you know, it's Saturday. Might as well hang out.
Yeah.
So I wanted someone that was a member or someone that had a vibe. They may not even necessarily been a member, but they wrote something that I wanted to speak on because we're talking about history. I think it was Frey Dog. Who was the one that mentioned me to talk about Frey Dog? I'm trying to find who. It may have been Hydra. So, Ref, back in the days, there was this dude that hopped into YouTube, and his name was Frey Dog. Yeah, shout out to Currency. We've had Currency on the show, too, man. That's my homeboy. I've known Currency for a very long time. I've known Currency since we had MySpace, and he's been on this show.
Took it back to MySpace.
Yeah, that's my homie. When he used to be the big skater dude. But someone, I'm trying to find who asked about not Sticky 213, Frey Dog, and I said I'll be back. Let me get me your water, and we'll talk more. But I don't even see who wrote that. If y'all really give a crap about that, put it in the comments again, and we'll talk about it. I don't need to waste my energy on shit people don't care about. You know what I mean? Like people may not even care about that. And don't forget, there is that super chat if you want to show love. Been live for almost 2 hours. Yeah, man. Talk to me, chat. Well, I'm out. Because I ran out of gas. I don't even know what to talk about at this point. We talked about, you know, the threes. You got me. I'm literally live in your face. So if you want to talk, let's do it. If not, It's okay. You know what I mean? So, you know, let's look at this calendar real quick. Frey. Oh, yeah, Frey. So, okay, there we go. So, Frey Dog, this guy Frey Dog back in the days, right, Ref?
I'm here.
Okay. This guy Frey Dog was this dude that popped up on the internet a few years after, like, there was like the starting 5, give or take. It may have been 6, but, you know, the people that know the history know. Frey Dog was like one of the first reselling guys. Like he was oh, you're back on camera. I'm like he was a reseller dude. So he was reselling shoes. Does anyone have a timeline when around? I feel like it was around when the cool grays came out with the low top cool gray pull out box. Pause. He was reselling shoes, but he always was fond of me. You know, he was always nice to me. So I never had a problem with him. And, yo, this mother effer looked out crazy for me, bro. He used to look out for me. He actually gave me a pair of shoes, which is one of my most valuable shoes I own in my collection. And I don't even think I paid for them. I think he gave them to me for free. So, like, so word around town was that he was not fulfilling the orders, right? What was the problem with Frey Dog? Because this was a long time ago, and things like that gets deleted from my hard drive, bro. It's in the cloud, so you gotta, you know, talk to me, and then it'll come back. You know, I gotta download it back up from the cloud. What was the whole problem with him? Was it? I could have swore he kept saying like he was sick and he wasn't able to ship orders out. But he was one of the first resellers I would see on YouTube, and then you would see other guys that were like they're literally like blatantly reselling sneakers on YouTube. But he was always very nice and thoughtful to me. You know, he would offer me shoes, but I didn't need his help because I already would just be able to get them from the retailers, sometimes even earlier at some of the mom and pop shops. So it just made no sense because, you know, back in the days and still now, it's all about who gets the shoe first. It's just now it's like so questionable with what's real and what's fake.
Right.
But this mother effer, man, he looked out crazy for me. And you're going to see in a second. Thank you to Dropkick Leaf for the dono, man. Appreciate you, man. You keeping it alive. Yeah, send them donos. Lets me know that you're enjoying the show. You know, when you send them donos, it's like, okay, I'm not leaving. You know what I mean? That's like cheering. Mother effer don't want to leave if mother effers are cheering. I want to see his reaction. I got these, I'm pretty sure, for free from him. You know what this is, right? I used to have the flyer. He had his flyer in the box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, free.
Wow.
He gave me these on the street. No! I gave him, if I'm not mistaken, you see, it takes a second. I got to download it from the cloud upstairs. If I'm not mistaken, he always wanted OG. He got game 13. So I gave him OG 13s, and he gave me these. He said he had mad pairs of these, though, around his way. Right. You know, this shoe never came out, and they put it out in the outlets because I'm pretty sure the date was wrong, was incorrect here. Yeah, just off the strength, bro. You know, real sneakerhead stuff, like the real before it became what it is now. I don't even like being called a sneakerhead now. You know what I mean? That shit is, don't call me that. I literally have T-shirts. I'm not a sneakerhead, which you should buy. It's linked and pinned in the chat. But this shoe goes for a lot of bread right now. This is a lot of money in my hand right here.
That's one of the ones.
And he damn what basically gave it to me for free. But you see, people back then always respected because of the fact they knew that I was legit with this. You know, they wanted to see me, like, people actually really cared to see me happy because they knew that it was genuine. You know what I mean?
Right. So
they were like, you know, I always hated the word fans, but they They were like, they knew that. Okay, well, if I give Delz this, it's going to a good home. Like this is Delz. You know what I mean? This is the Thesneakeraddict. And back then, the show was so big. The show ain't big no more. I'm not delusional. You know what I mean? I'm not effing delusional. But back then, it was a big effing deal. This show was a big deal back then. And I'm not living in the past. I have other ways that I'm getting my bread. But he on the strength. He got game. OG, he got games. I could have sworn I sent him that. But it had nothing to do with monetizing. It had nothing to do with this. It had to do with, oh, you want those? And, oh, that's your favorite sneaker in your life? So let's, you know what I mean? I'm going to give you those. You give me. It wasn't even a trade. It was love. You know what I mean? See, real love, I'm not trying to sound like fruity or nothing, but like if you got love for people, this ain't a triple beam scale where shit has to be weighed out all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people that really rock with you aren't weighing out things. You know? That's why the best way to know if someone really effed with you is when you do get in an argument in a quarrel, and if they start mentioning, yo, I did this for you, I did that, and they're starting to put stuff on the scale, trying to make their shit, you know what I mean, heavier than you. They never really rocked with you from the gate, you know what I mean? Because I don't keep tabs on people. I just spread love, and that's it. I do what I can off the strength, you know. So that's something you always got to watch out for with people too. I always try to hit you with food for thought, man. Always. Knowledge is power. And if I could help one person every time I speak, then it's a beautiful thing. Because there's a lot of people that pay attention to those people. You get a little quarrel and they start talking, well, I did this for you. I did that for you. Like, okay, what are we going to do? Were we having a pissing contest? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay, I did this for you. I'm not playing that. Well, I did this, I did that. When you did this and you did, you know, I just do what I can for people. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But a lot of people, so getting back to him though, so a lot of people were upset. I remember there was videos of him in a hospital bed. Yo, I know everyone's mad at me. I'm paraphrasing. No one can. I can't ship nothing out. The mother effer could be dead for all I know, bro. Real talk. He could be dead. A lot of people think that he just ran off with a bunch of bread because people trusted him. And I think he was at one point, and I may be right, I may be wrong. At one point, he was actually giving out work. Like I could have swore. Now I'm about 98% sure he was literally promoting where, hey, if you want to get involved in my business, I'll send you pieces if you could flip them. So he was like me saying, yo, well, if you could push these, reimagined, 5s, I'll send you a case of them. You know what I mean? You just got to get me that mozzarella back. You muted, by the way, just so you know. These aren't them, by the way. This is the last release. No, he robbed his viewers. So that was the problem. See, you got to understand, it's a long time ago. We're talking, this guy young as shit. He got good genetics. That's probably what it is. This was a good 15 years ago, bro. See, he earned a lot of people's trust. Like, people were really rocking with him. But he always was really nice to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, I can't say negative, and I have no proof. Like, he never ripped off anyone that I personally knew. Because that's the thing about the internet. You can't believe everything you hear on the internet. Though. Go ahead, bro.
When is the interview?
What do you mean the interview?
You say you already interviewed him, or you say you're going to be interviewing him soon?
No, I'm not interviewing that dude. I'm interviewing an artist. I don't interview sneakerheads.
No. That's what I'm talking about, the artist.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to probably Wednesday or maybe Friday or Saturday, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I know I'm about to call it a night, though. Yeah, get ready for my Lions, man, tomorrow.
How they doing, man? I don't watch football like that.
Tomorrow, man, it is the last game of the regular season, and it determines who is going to be the number one seed. It's going to be the Lions, but we playing Vikings, man. So whoever wins basically is number one. And
You guys choked last year, though, no?
Yeah, that was in the championship, NFC championship game, and it was against 49ers, and we just beat them.
Yeah, I was shocked. I remember exactly where I was, and I think I even did a Instagram post like, "Yo, I know ref is freaking screaming at the TV.
Man,
he may have thrown it out the window."
It was a straight choke. I just think all of the hype got to him, man, or something. But we'll see.
But they scheduled to win this one, though. No.
I mean, in my eyes, yes. But we are beat up as far as defense go. But we always been a next man up team, so we don't even make that as an excuse. So we beat them before earlier this season. We can beat them again. Go Lions, man. Number one seed. Let's do it.
And we did a really good stream the other day talking about the year in sneakers. It was actually a New Year's Eve show.
Yeah.
So check out that New Year's Eve show. You seen what I looked like after? I looked crazy after.
Yeah, I like that party you went to with the makeup.
Yeah, that was a movie. Yo, some dude was wearing a TV on his head, like the MTV guy. Like, it was so crazy. Some weird shit, man, but I liked it, man. It was something different. It was like a Halloween party. But yeah, let me let you go, man.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go live. I'll probably salute. Yo, if y'all want me to stay, y'all gotta be active right now. I'm a dip, man, because I got no more co-hosts. And if you want me to stay, I don't mind staying. I'm not doing anything tonight. I'm chilling. Ask me away. Ask away, bro. Salute to the 313. You said it's going to be a good one. Yeah, man. I remember, who else? Dubstep. There was another YouTuber, Dubstep, I liked. He recently left a comment, too, on a video. Sometimes these dudes that disappeared, they come back and I'll be pleasantly surprised. Like, there's a Kobe dropping on the night. See, it's really slow motion right now. Like, so next week it'll be pretty crazy, which is good because next week I will be around to like go crazy and do some vlogs. So, cause like the 9th is next Thursday. That's a weird day. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a vlog that day. What's going on? Let me see what else is going on. How do we feel about this one? Hot or not? Is this hot or not? Let me know in the comments. Poodle says that they don't. I think they're cool. I've seen video. My friend texted me these. He had a pair very early. And shout out to my boy Kev. I don't know how I feel about him as far as me. Oh wow, I like the upper by the ankle. That's kind of hot. Yeah, I like that. They cool. Oh, they come in a nice little dust bag too, with that red box. Really giving off that Chinese New Year vibe. I like that. And they're calling it the year of the Mamba eggplant. So this shoe's going to have that kind of iridescent eggplant kind of energy to it. Okay. They're cool. I could get jiggy with them, but I'm not, I'm not buying sneakers unless I'm like, I got to be like, yo, I need these, I got to really be on that type of energy, like where I'm like, when I get excited about a kick, when I'm just going crazy. Like this joint right here is going to be me walking into the mall and maybe. I don't know if these are going to sit or not, man, because I feel like people feel like this is going to be a good investment to buy them. I gotta see them in person. I like these Air Force Ones. These are sick. I really like these a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna get them, but I like them a lot. They're very nice. These are pretty dope. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. And then what do we got here? What are these? Jordan Lunar New Year. These are cute. They cute, you know. I think that's the appropriate word. What's it like? Got like green glow, turquoise vibes, kind of, and then on the back they're hitting you with that like fuchsia orange fruit punch vibe. Reptilian scales. Where's that? Oh, on the swoosh. I mean, you know they dropped a Rookie of the Year Jordan 1. I seen that. I posted that on the X app. Yeah, so that's it really. There's not much cooking. Yeah, Thursdays is stupid weird for a drop on Kicks, right? It is kind of weird. I definitely would say so. It's an odd day. Yeah, you gotta feel, but because they raised the price so much on them now, bro. See, like they used to be not that crazy. I remember when what was the countdown pack back in the days? Countdown pack was like $300, and you got 2 shoes. And now it's like, dude, a pack now? Forget it. Can you imagine if they re-released the countdown pack? How much you think they would charge for a countdown pack in 2024? Like, I can't even imagine. I'm about to dead that poll. So on the votes on the poll, it's 81 votes. And they're saying that Coolkicks is responsible. This is a troll. People trolling in here. It's 100% a troll because they ain't hit the like button, but we got 81 votes. So this is a troll. So, I mean, I'm not even really paying attention to that. These are people that are trolls. Yeah, that Air Force One is fire with that metallic on the back. As far as the Jordan sneakers of this year, I'm going to get all the OG colorways that got Nike Air on the back on them. That's really what it comes down to. I'm not going to get the OG Aqua 8s. I have Aqua 8s that are in great condition. I'm going to get, you know, I'm definitely getting the Aqua 5s. The Grape 5s, excuse me. Grape 5s, I'm definitely buying the Grape 5s. I've always wanted them with the Nike on the back. And I remember when they released them, like Will Smith's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style without the freaking laces and no holes either where you could put the laces in them. And I always thought that was really effing stupid, you know? I was like, why are they even doing that? That shit makes no sense. We're going to do last call. Put coins in the meter and talk to me if you want to keep going. If not, I'm about to dip. Probably watch a flick or something. About to dip. But I'm just chilling right now. So that's why I said, yo, let me see what's popping with you. Yeah, I think that voting was trolls. I don't know what you guys think, but I can't understand how someone could actually really feel like Coolkicks is responsible for that shoe falling apart. They didn't even make the shoe. And if you're buying anything vintage, you got to know better. If you're going to buy anything that's vintage, you got to know that there's a great chance that it's going to get messed up. And if you don't know that, then you shouldn't be buying anything vintage. You can't expect a Jordan, well, not a Jordan, but like a Jordan or a Nike, anything with an air unit that got a foam midsole that's over 10 years old, you really should never think that you could actually wear that heavily. Like, wait, as a performance shoe. Like you are crazy to think that. You're out of your mind. You know what I mean? Absolutely out of your mind. All right, y'all. Let me make sure to check my email one more time. Make sure no one sent anything in, because I don't want to dip and then mother effer sent some in. Yeah, I don't. A lot of people like them. I really don't like those Jordan 4s. If you watch my vlogs, I've been dropping deuces on them like crazy. I'm really, really not fond of them. I think that they're like, the way they're cut is mad low. But you know, everyone likes different stuff. You know what I mean? That's just not for me. Like, it's just definitely not for me. Thank you, man. Yeah, make sure you guys check out all the mall vlogs. And don't sleep on my merch, man. My merch is fire. I got so much dope merch. You know, y'all need to go buy some t-shirts, man. They made in Chicago. They fire. My t-shirts got over like 30 designs. You want to check out my merch, man. And this is where it all started, why we're doing this video. So I'm gonna be honest with you. You'd probably want to go and watch this video and read the comments, because the comment section is what inspired this. And I'm hoping that the comments light up with this so people speak their mind with it. All right, man, I'm out. Thank you, guys. Peace.